Okay, let's start with a number. $38.
Mm-hmm.
$38 for a pack of 15 tiny replacement razor cartridges. I mean, if you break that down, you're paying about $2.53 for what is essentially 3 bits of metal and some plastic.
Right.
So the mission for our deep dive today is to figure out why. Are we paying this massive premium for, genuinely superior quality? Or is it just the cost of legacy market dominance?
That's it exactly. We're going to take a hard look at the famous Mach 3 refill. We'll compare its original, very powerful marketing claims against the current engineering and, more importantly, what you, the consumers, are actually saying today.
And to understand that premium, you really have to understand the history. This whole model is over a century old.
It is.
Gillette basically invented the razor and blades business. You sell the handle for cheap, and then you make all the real profit on the refills.
And when their patents expired way back in the 1920s, that model just exploded.
It's incredible. The price of the handle itself dropped from $5 to just $1, but the blade prices, they just kept on climbing.
And the Mach 3, when it launched in 1998, was just a textbook example of that. The marketing was so sophisticated.
What were the big claims then?
Oh, they were powerful. 3 blades, specifically positioned to cut progressively closer to the skin. They promised, I think, up to 15 comfortable shaves from one cartridge.
15.
And the blades were advertised as stronger than steel, with these little micro fins that were supposed to stretch the skin just before the cut.
Okay, so that was the promise. What's the reality for people buying them today? Because around 2015, something seemed to shift.
It really did. We started seeing this huge wave of complaints online, people reporting blades that felt dull right out of the package.
Right, and getting maybe one decent shave instead of the 3 or more they used to get. The lubrication strip fading almost instantly.
Yes, and that plucking sensation. A lot of users described it like that, like the hair was being pulled, not cut.
And this wasn't just, sketchy online sellers, was it?
Not at all. And that's the key. While people talked about counterfeits, these same issues, the dullness, the plucking, were being reported with verified purchases from huge retailers. We're talking Walmart, Sainsbury's.
So if it's not all counterfeits, what's actually going on?
Well, the answer seems to be in the technical design itself. It's a bit surprising. The Mach 3 cartridge pivots from the very bottom. The attachment point is at the base.
Okay, and what does that do?
It has a huge mechanical implication. It creates really uneven pressure when you shave. Think of it like a gate hinge.
A gate hinge?
Yeah, when you press it against your face, it tilts. The bottom blade digs in closer and with more force than the top blade. And that's very likely the culprit for the irritation people report. It's a flaw in the geometry.
So wait, if that's a known issue, why not fix it? I mean, their own Sensor 3 disposable razor uses a center pivot, which solves that exact problem.
Because they don't have to. The shave is, functional for most people. That extra 50 cents you're paying per blade over the alternatives, that's not for superior engineering anymore. It's for the brand name, for that market dominance.
It's just inertia.
It's inertia. It allows them to stick with a decades-old design flaw and an outdated price.
So for anyone listening who has noticed this, the good news is you're not stuck. There are other options that actually fit the Mach 3 handle.
Absolutely. Amazon's own brand, Solmo, which are made by a very reputable manufacturer called Persona, and the Costco Kirkland options, they both fit, and they cost about a third of the price.
With comparable or maybe even better performance from what people are saying.
Exactly. The core takeaway is pretty simple, really. Legacy status doesn't always equal current value. If you felt that quality dip, there are cheaper alternatives out there that work just as well, if not better.
Which leaves us with a final thought for you to chew on. Beyond your razor, what other things in your life are you buying purely out of habit and decades of marketing without actually checking if there's something better and cheaper out there right now? It's worth asking.